So, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but as of today, it has been 4 months since the last time I threatened to stab somebody. Thank you. August 18th was a really long day, and all I wanted to do was pick up some dinner, go home, eat it, and go to bed. But these two dudes followed me back to my car, and when one of them came right up to my window, I opened it about this much, and I said, "If either of you takes another fucking step, I will stab you both." And then I drove away, and I had a meltdown. Now, the reason I have a running stab clock and reactions like these is that I live with PTSD. I knew something was wrong when I heard myself tell an old lady in a parking lot to get back in your car before my anger issues become your medical problems. And after years of awareness and treatment, I still have these moments when I know that there's nothing to be afraid of, but I feel convinced, like on a molecular level, that I am about to die. Sometimes I freeze. Other times I get a little stabby. And then sometimes I run. 3 months ago tomorrow was the last time I came really close to having to reset my stab clock. I was on a connecting flight from Fort Lauderdale. And just to give you an idea of where I was in my life at that time, I had spent the 16 previous days on the road after spending 4 months hiding from my partner of 10 years. And I was only 9 days away from moving into my safe new home. And my dogs were in Atlanta, and my stuff was in storage. I'd left my houseplant and my spinning wheel at my friend's house in Pittsburgh, and that morning I parked my car at O'Hare in Chicago to fly to Philadelphia to meet with a lawyer. So my life had exploded. I was just so tired, y'all. Now, you know how so many wacky newspaper headlines begin with the phrase, "Florida man"? JetBlue seated me next to one such Florida man, and he proceeded to elbow me over control of the armrest between us, even as he pretended to sleep against the window. So eventually I turned to him and said, "Do you mind?" And he turned back to me with this tough guy wannabe scowl and said, "You don't know who you're messing with, bitch." And all I could do was roll my eyes so hard that my sockets creaked. And I said, "You don't either." Because on the outside, I may have just looked like any old white girl wearing denim capris and flip-flops, just one PSL and an infinity scarf away from peak basic bitch. But on the inside, I was a white-hot ball of burning rage whose life had been reduced to the contents of the backpack in my lap. So at that very moment, all I really had to lose was my toothbrush and a spare pair of underwear, and I could feel things going a little haywire in my mind, but I was able to keep my composure because the timing, the irony of being trapped next to a stranger trying to threaten me after all I had been through to try and stay safe from someone who knew me so well for so long, it was just too rich. I mean, if this was how it was supposed to end, so be it. At least it would be over. I mean, I didn't even think to be afraid, and I guess because I wasn't afraid, Florida man was pissed. So he said, "Fucking kill you." Now, it was like I was drawing from some kind of reservoir of self-preservation labeled, "I do not want to go viral today for getting stabby on an airplane." Because all I started to do was shout, "Are you threatening me? You're threatening me!" And I continued to shriek like my Aunt Elaine until they moved my seat to the very first row. And as soon as that plane door opened, I bolted and I ran through the terminal, down the escalator, out the door, and into a taxi. And about 2 hours and about 2 bourbons later, I was able to laugh about this with a bartender who said, "Now, don't take this the wrong way. You don't have resting bitch face. You have real, actual bitch face." I would not fuck with you. And since they meant it as a compliment, I just took it as one.